Okay, good. Thank you.
Hey, will you teach me what you went down?
All right, we'll call the meeting to order Wednesday, July 16th, 7:31 PM.
Councilwoman Selby,
Present.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
Present.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Present.
Councilwoman Martin.
Present.
Councilwoman Martin, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we do not have any other preliminary matters tonight, so we'll move on to item number 2, which is our regular business. And the first item is the correction and adoption of the minutes from the June 16th, 2025 meeting. And Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. After reviewing the minutes from June 16th, I see no omissions or additions, and I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from June 16th, 2025.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
No, it's actually June 18th. Then yes,
okay, correction to June
once the correction
18th.
is made.
Okay,
Good catch.
and Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 2 on our regular business are the consideration of the fund bills. And Councilman Cardicchini, would you like to take that item tonight?
It'd be my pleasure. I'd like to make a resolution to approve the payables for the month in the amount of $1,286,238.54. The majority of which is capital improvement.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
No problem. All right. Moving on, item number 3 is our correspondence. I'm going to read through all these relatively quickly as we do have a public hearing at 7:33. But all the pieces of correspondence are in the board packet and in the town clerk's office for review if needed. Item number 1 is the town clerk's report for June of 2025. Item number 2 is the dog control officer report for June of 2025. Item 3 is the code enforcement officer report for June of 2025. Item 4 is the income statement for June of 2025. Item 5 are the town's cash balances for June of 2025. Item 6 is the proposed 2026 budget calendar for the town. Item 7 is the Erie County Sewer District Number 3 Board of Manager meeting minutes from June 11th, 2025. Item 8 is the National Field Notice of Project, which will cover the area along Boston State Road between Liebler Road and Fairlane Drive. Item number 9 is the NYSEG and RG&E invest more than $1.4 billion with New York suppliers since 2023 notice. Item number 10 is a NYSEG and RG&E appointment of presidents. Item number 11 is the NYSEG RG&E's Betterments Program, laser focused on grid reliability statement. Item 12 is the NYSEG partners with the county firefighters to support hands-on training. Item number 13 is another letter from NYSEG investing $7.9 million to improve 5 miles of circuits in Western New York. Item number 14 is NYSEG and RG&E's Powering New York with Public Service Commission to invest in grid infrastructure, cover legacy costs, and comply with state requirements. Item number 15 is NYSEG and RG&E Powering New York, investing in our future. Item 16 is yet another NYSEG document and RG&E Powering New York filing letter. Item number 17 is a letter from the Arts and Services Incorporated for the 2025 Summer Concert Series Fund Grant. Item number 18 is a letter from the New York State Department of Transportation to the North Boston Volunteer Fire Company Fire Station at head signage. Item 19 is a municipal shelter inspection report from the New York State Agriculture Markets for dog control. Item number 20 is the Firefly Admin, Fire Prediction District, LOSAP, which is Length of Service Award Points, annual report for January 1st of 2025. Item 21 is the Boston Volunteer Fire Company Form 990 for 2022 and 2023. Item number 22 is a retirement notice from William Deresnowski from our highway crew. Item number 23 is an application for use of meeting facility for a committee to elect Stoker for Congress. Item number 24 is application for use of meeting facility for the Southtowns homeschoolers. And item number 25 is an application for use of meeting facility for the budget presentation. Again, all those are on file with the town clerk's office and part of the board packet available online. Going to our new business, we're going to shift to number 2, which is a public hearing for a special permit for a co-location on existing telecommunications tower for the American Tower Corporation located at 8881 Cole Road, which is a SBL number of 242.00-2-13.2. So I would like to read the following public hearing notice, and it reads as follows. Please take notice that the town of Boston, their Boston Town Board has scheduled a public hearing for 7:35 p.m. on July 16th, 2025, Boston Town Hall, 8500 Boston State Road, Boston, New York, to consider the application for a special use permit from American Tower Corp. T-Mobile Northeast LLC, eligible facilities request to co-locate transmission equipment on an existing wireless tower located at 8881 Cole Road, SBL numbered 242.00-2-13.2, Town of Boston, Erie County of Erie, State of New York. All persons interested in the matter shall be heard either against or for at such time and place, and may file written comments or objections with the town clerk until 4 p.m. on July 16th, 2025. This public hearing was dated on June 18th, 2025, published July 3rd, 2025 by order of the town board. Sandra L. Quinlan, town clerk, and we are an equal opportunity employer. So I will open the public hearing. If anyone would like to come up and speak in relation to this, please come up to the microphone, state your name and address, and the floor is now open. Hello.
Hi, my name is Arian Eastman. I'm the agent for American Towers Corporation. Just wanted to thank you all.
Thank you. Okay, so I do not believe there's any comment. I'll pause one more moment. All right, hearing no comments from the floor aside from American Tower, I will close the public hearing. All right, so
Supervisor Keating, were you going to approve that special permit
I can.
this time?
I was going to do that next.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No worries. You're good. So next, I will, since I opened up the floor, I'd make a motion to approve the telecommunications permit.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cartacini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. So now jumping from number 2 back to number 1, our requests from the floor, which is an open floor. So if anyone would like to come up to the microphone and state anything, thank you. Have a good evening. Please come to the microphone, state your name and address, and the floor is now open. Hello.
Good evening. My name is Mary Partridge. I live at 7652 Back Creek in the town of Boston. I'm here to discuss the dog licensing. I have a dog. I purchased my dog during COVID. I was approached by the dog control officer 2 years ago. Well, it must have been last year. I licensed my dog at that time. I received notice to relicense my dog in January. However, I didn't. And now I have late fees. And I'd like to dispute that. It's a $5 late fee per month, but you are pardoned like a 30-day. You get like a 30-day,
Grace period.
grace period. I'm not against licensing my dog, but obviously I wasn't timely. So I have like a $20 late fee for a $5 or $8 licensing. And I think that's a little extraordinary. I understand what she's trying to do. I appreciate what she's trying to do. However, I think it's very discouraging for people to go ahead and, comply with that, especially if there's late fees. It's January. I mean, I'm not It's not a priority to me. So I'm late. And I find that it's like the library. The library doesn't fine you for your books anymore because people didn't return their books. Okay. If someone has a dog for 7 years and it's never been licensed, are you going to, when you finally come up to that person and you find out that that dog hasn't been licensed for 7 years, are you going to fine them for 7 years of back, licensing? I think it's ridiculous. I'm more than happy to pay my fine, I'm more than happy to pay my licensing, but I totally think that the fine is ridiculous. And I don't think it's a deterrent as opposed to, a compliance issue. So from what I understand, the board has approved this, the $5 late fee per month with that 30-day grace period. And I think it should be reconsidered because I think it's ridiculous. So.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening. I'll start off with our stats for the month of June. Sheriff's Office handled 108 calls in the town of Boston, 39 traffic stops. We did have one stolen car in June, and then we just had another one last night. There were stolen cars all over surrounding towns as well last night. There was a total up to 6 juveniles involved that we know of right now, possibly more. We just are in the process, so I can't elaborate too much, but they're juveniles from up north. We also had 5 domestics in the month of June, and we had a total of 6 arrests, 1 DWI, 3 traffic arrests, and 2 warrants. I did attend the Boston fireworks. We had a really big crowd here, tons of cars, people. Overall, it was good. One incident we had all night, right at the end, right out on the middle of the road. But the first time in years there was no accidents or DWIs after, so that went smoothly. Next week we're going to meet at some point, hopefully, and we can work on getting ahead of next year to make it even better for next year.
Yep.
But overall, I thought it was a great turnout, a good night. I had myself and another deputy here, and then I had 2 troopers coming right at the end to help with traffic.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for being
thank you. Yeah, I've heard really great feedback on it. So thank you for everything. It was great.
All right, yeah, and I'll talk to you next week.
Sounds like a plan. Any other comments from the floor? Okay, hearing none, I'll close the floor. So now we're going to item number 3 under the new business, which is for a highway MEO appointment. With some conversation, it was at the work session downstairs. I'd like to make a motion to table the highway MEO appointment.
I'll second.
Councilman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 4 is the CCD Property Management LLC Mobile Home Park License Approval. And Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes. Thank you. I make a motion that we approve the CCD Property Management LLC park license for this coming year.
I'll second.
Councilman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 5 is approval of new members. So the Patchen Fire Company, Richard Pattison II, and also Brianna Reese. And Councilman Cardicchini, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I'd like to make a motion that we approve Richard Pattison II and Brianna Reese to begin active duty with the Patchen Fire Company, as they have both passed their background checks and for arson and sex offense.
I'll second.
Councilman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item 6 is Resolution 2025-57 for the standard workday and reporting resolution. And Councilwoman Martin, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes, Supervisor, I make a motion to approve Resolution 2025-57, which is a standard workday and reporting resolution. New York State and the local retirement system requires the adoption of a resolution regarding the standard workdays for elected and appointed town officials. I make a motion for the town of Boston to adopt the standard workday and reporting resolution attached as Exhibit A that the town clerk is required to post on the website for 30 days, and that within 15 days after the 30-day posting period ends, the filing in the blanks for Social Security number, standard workday, and reporting resolution filed with the Office of the State Comptroller. I make a motion to accept this reporting resolution.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 7 is Resolution 2025-58 to amending the budget to properly account for the Arts and Services Initiative grant that the town received. And Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Whereas the town of Boston in resolution number 2025-58 received a grant for $7,500 towards the summer concert. This grant covers $5,000 from outside professional artists. I'd like to make a motion to increase, this resolution increases appropriation in the band concert contractual account A 7270-400 by $5,000 and increases revenue in cultural grants account revenue 3897 for $5,000. I'd like to make a motion to amend the budget to properly account in this resolution.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 8 is Resolution 2025-59 to amending the budget to properly account for a William G. Pomeroy Foundation, another grant that was received. And Councilman Cardicini, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 2025-59, which is to amend the budget to account for the William G. Pomeroy Foundation grant received. Our town historian, Frank Gamel, applied for a grant for a roadside marker at the Anthony Homestead, which supplied room and home cooked meals from 1917 to 1928. The town received a grant of $2,050, and this will properly account for that money in the budget. Motion's on the table.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 9 is Resolution 2025-60 for an adoption of the Freedom of Information, also sometimes heard as FOIL, which is the Freedom of Information Law, Employee Notification Policy. And Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. So the New York State Public Officers Law was amended, requiring agencies subject to the Freedom of Information to develop a policy to provide notice to residents and public employees when their disciplinary records are disclosed in response to a FOIL request. So we are adopting that. I make a motion that we approve Resolution 2025-60.
I'll second.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item number 10 is Resolution 2025-61 for a 5th professional services agreement for engagement of Barclay Damon LLP. And Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. So the engagement of Barclay and Damon, this is related to appeals that's handling a matter titled, it's a review for the Horseshoe Hill LLC Agricultural District Number 15. It requires specialized knowledge in New York State's ag and markets law, and we are upping the agreement to $2,640. I make a motion, for a total of $19,140. I make a motion, we approve.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cartagena,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilman Lukashek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 11 is Resolution 2025-62, authorizing volunteer firefighters to participate in the county's hazardous materials response team. And Councilman Cartagena, would you like to take that item?
It'd be my pleasure. I'd like to make a motion that we adopt Resolution 2025-62, which authorizes our volunteer firefighters to participate on the county hazmat response team. The town board of the town of Boston hereby authorizes the participation of members in its volunteer fire companies in the Erie County hazardous materials response team pursuant to GML 209-I-1A, and authorizes the commanding officers of the County of Erie to accept the ongoing services of qualified volunteer firefighters from the town of Boston. Motion's on the table.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cartagena,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukashek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 12 tonight is Resolution 2025-63, which is a resolution granting the State of New York authority to perform the adjustments for the owner and agreeing to maintain facilities adjusted via the state-led contract. I take this one. There's quite a bit into this here, but New York State essentially had reached out to the town, and there's quite a bit here in this resolution. Of course, I'm not going to read it all, but if you'd like to, I'd be happy to provide you a copy. But there are ADA compliance and pedestrian signal upgrades are going to be happening through New York State Department of Transportation. These are going to be on New York State routes 20, 952A, routes 5, 93, 16, 391, 62, 240, 277, 324, 270, 425, US routes 20 and 62. And there is a PIN locator of 5814.03, and this is under their contract number ID of D as in David 265344. So they've reached out to the town to approve these improvements because it's within our town boundaries, and essentially this resolution allows New York State, even though it's their roads, to come in and support this initiative. So I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 2025-63.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cartagena,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukashek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, that is it for our new business tonight. We have no old business, so on to our reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. First, over the last week, we were oil and stone and roads. We did 18 different roads. Didn't get any complaints this year. We just had one lady call and said we did a great job and she thought it looked great. And I do believe the roads look very well. And this week we started to sweep all those roads that we oiled and stoned. So we'll continue until everyone's done. This coming week on the 23rd, as long as there's no rain days between now and then, we're going to be Nova chipping Rice Road, starting at Zimmerman, going towards Fedek Road. That's the same process that we used last year on Old Orchard and Homestead and Johns and James and Charles and Endress and all those roads. It's the same process, the Nova chip, that works really well. So it's going to happen this week. And other than that, coming in August, early August, if not a little before, we're going to be replacing 400 feet of drain pipe, 36-inch diameter, starting at Boston State Road, going down Thornwood Drive. So that's going to be our project for the month of August. And other than that, Highway Department's doing good. Salt barn's full for next year. We're hauling in a little bit of sand. We always keep the stockpile of sand ahead of time. We do it now rather than doing it in the wintertime. So other than that, that's about all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Selby, you have the floor.
I just want to thank the highway superintendent and the whole highway department on the work they've been doing this summer on the roads in Boston. I've heard all compliments from people I'm talking to around town saying how great they're doing. The oil and stone is just doing phenomenal. Great job on that.
Thank you.
That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Councilman Cartagena, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I've got a couple things tonight. First, I'd like to welcome the new firefighters to the Patchen Fire Company, Richard Pattison II and Brianna Reese. Wanted to congratulate Frank Gamble again on his successful campaign to secure the grant for the historical marker at the Anthony Homestead. And I have an update on holiday lighting as the liaison. This is where we are. Everything beyond the fusible disconnect is at the town's discretion. Qualified electricians must be able to work on the lines when they are hot. The total cost per pole for the fusible disconnect is less than $100 a pole. The industrial grade photocell is around $50 per pole. The outdoor receptacle is $50 per pole. And the conduit is approximately $50 per pole, which brings us under $300 a pole, with 69 total poles that need to be addressed. The NYSEG fees to attach to each pole is a one-time fee of $263 per pole. We hope to split this work over 2 years, doing half this year and half next year. And so the public's aware, private citizens are planning a fundraising campaign to offset costs to the town. And it's time to request the vendor quotes. And it would appear that we need an RFP in order to do so. And I would like to formally request the supervisor to initiate this process with the town engineer and establish a timeline to move forward. That is the holiday lighting update on behalf of Mr. J. Jackson.
Well underway. Engineer's already been notified.
Okay, good.
We're forging ahead.
Awesome. Thank you. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Councilwoman Lukacek, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Just wanted to thank Richard Pattison II and Brianna Reese for joining the volunteer fire department, and congratulations. Thank you to Frank for all his hard work with the historic marker and getting the grant. Thank you so much. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Martin, you have the floor.
I'd like to make everyone aware of the Boston Free Library is going to be having a jamboree here at Town Hall Lion Shelter on Thursday, July 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. Going to be having an art and craft market, some live music by the town band, hot dogs, kids activities, all kinds of fun stuff. And I'd also like to thank Frank and point out that he did the lovely display here with all his personal history that he brought from his own collection, which is pretty impressive. Thank you.
All right.
That's it.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. The blood drive from July 1st, there were 30 units collected, which helped save the lives of 90 local patients. The next blood drive is Tuesday, August 5th from 2 to 7 in the community room. Let's see. I was also going to speak on the display that Frank has in the display case. So certainly check that out. And we are in the process of also getting new lights for that display case. So I'm pretty excited about that. That has been a long time coming. And hunting, 2025-26 hunting season in New York State. Hunting licenses and deer management permits are tentatively scheduled for purchase the week of August 1st of 2025. Licenses are valid from September 1st through August 31st each year. And I think that is all I have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Just got to have a few things. One of the things we discussed downstairs is that all town employees and also volunteers will be in near future subject to some cyber training and other updates. The governor's office had signed Senate Bill 6769, which relates to Assembly Bill 7672A. And again, it's with our increased threat of cybersecurity in today's world that we live in. The timeline, just so everybody has an idea here, on June 26th, the bill was signed by the governor. As of January 1st of 2026, just next year, cybersecurity training will be required by all employees, volunteer, and also paid. As of December 26, 2026, the town must have a cybersecurity incident response plan. This actually applies to all 933 towns across New York State, of course. But we have to have a cybersecurity incident response plan related to cybersecurity breaches and events. By June 26, 2027, an inventory of all IT system or systems and equipment must be finalized, which we do have that. And as of January 1st of 2028, the town must complete an annual cybersecurity incident response plan exercise on an annual basis. So in the near future, in the budgets, you'll be seeing a new line item for this. Again, this is something now required by all towns. We just have to follow these laws that are coming through from Albany. But for Independence Day, that was a great event. Unfortunately, I was not here. I was on a vacation with my family, but I've heard that the traffic was fantastic this year. Our emergency manager and Deputy Miller, who's no longer with us tonight, but Deputy Miller partnered with the state troopers, and what we believe in the future we're going to continue is with permission with the state troopers, will continue to shut down the traffic north and south. That way everybody can move out as the diagram depicted on social media. People that are on this side of the building can head west or north. The other side can head east or south. We were able to clear out the entire parking lot within between 15 and 20 minutes, which was a huge success. But everything went well, so it's great to hear. Certainly thank all of the first responders that went into that. Our emergency manager, Pat Penrod, he and I have been on quite a few phone calls as of late, doing some recaps. I'm going to be meeting up with Deputy Miller next week from the sheriff's office to come up with discuss a couple of the new ideas that we have on how to do even better for next year. So stay tuned for that. The town website will be updated probably within the near future. You keep hearing me talk about this. This is another piece of legislation that came down through New York State, which required municipalities with certain population thresholds, which we fall into, to have a .gov. So the town of Boston will no longer be a townofboston.com. We are legally required to be a townofboston.gov. Wish we didn't have to do some of these things, but these are the some of the things we need to do in government. So as that once that gets launched, we will also be launching our Text My Gov service, which Text My Gov is a new service that we're going to try instead of the Code Red notification system. Since everybody has a smartphone these days, we can send out mass notifications via text messages. You can sign up for this, but we can also geofence an area and send out messages to the public to keep them informed about events and other things going on, emergency situations, same capacity. So as more information comes out there, I'll be sure to keep everybody updated there. The 18-mile creek sewer crossing that people have heard me talk about, that was fully encased with concrete and will be soon filled over. Actually, Colo Construction, one of our local contractors here, he was awarded the contract for the Erie County Sewer District number 3, so he did all the work there. So a little bit of a shout out to Matt and Colo Construction on that project. I've heard good things on that project. Our historian is here, so Frank, thank you for that award on the Pomeroy Foundation. Keep up the great work. We keep getting those markers one at a time, so we'll get them all at some point here. I also wanted to let the public know that if you see a lot of national fuel trucks along Boston State Road, this has also been talked about in part of the board packet, but they're going to be replacing fuel lines up and down Boston State Road, Liebler, and some of the other spur roads going off of there. So if you happen to see a large presence of national fuel trucks, just please keep those workers safe, yield caution, follow any of the traffic control devices, because that project's slated to last at least a couple of weeks from what we've been told. That is all I have for tonight. Our next meeting is August 6th. And with that, I'll make a motion to end the meeting at 8:04 p.m.
I'll second.
Councilman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Karakini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.
They're going to get trained. Because I was on